This is Noel Tate from the rock band Leader and Trapped in a World, the Howard the Duck podcast, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Yeah. Get yourself up to the buffet for some extra helpings of justice.
Unlimited, just like the buffet claims.
Welcome back to the fast food of justice. Unlimited justice.
Oh man, Big Belly Burger, sponsor us.
Oh, nice. Even though you're not real. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
It's Lilith Hellfire, y'all. It should be. You know, they sometimes do, I don't know how much you DoorDash or whatever they do, like Mr. Beast Burgers where it's a ghost kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, next Batman Day, they should, like, do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dear DC, put me in charge of promotional marketing.
You do that any DC day. I mean, it's everywhere in DC.
But, you know, Batman's the only person.
That's true.
When's the last time we even celebrated Superman Day? I'll wait. It's been at least 5 years, as far as I can tell.
You mean besides Tyler's house? Yeah, I don't know.
Poor Tyler. He's the only one keeping the Superman spirit alive.
Oh, speaking of that, I mean, real quick, are you caught up on Superman and Lois?
I am, unfortunately.
And what do? Oh,
I don't like the whole
Bizarro thing.
I don't like it. Yeah.
Well, at least
it's convoluted at best.
well, at least it's not the, real John in that leather jacket.
Yeah, that is the saving grace. Although honestly, I'd be kind of down for it. That might be the Smallville talking. It might be the love for Smallville talking, but I don't think I would mind it.
And now we took like a month break.
I don't know. They don't. I mean, is the CW even going to be a thing in a year?
Oh, I don't know. But yeah,
and we don't have room on HBO Max for all that. But Superman and Lois will have to go to HBO Max because I know it's like a joint production. Stargirl's safe. I don't know about the Flash.
Well, again, it's on season 8. It's going to get one more season, so it's like, I mean,
yeah, they got to wrap it up.
They
signed the contract, so yeah.
It would probably be end of the road anyway. Season 9. They're not.
Legends probably won't get renewed. If they do, it's like 6 episodes.
I told you, season 9 of The Flash, he's just going to tie up everyone's mess. His Legends. We're going to finally save William. It's
too soon, Phil. Too soon.
Season 9 of Flash is just going to be housekeeping.
Housekeeping! This house is clean instead of this house is bitching.
This housekeeping is bitching. And then he's finally going to clean up that house the night his mother was killed in the final episode.
Yeah, that's the final episode. We all know that. That's the final episode. We restored the timeline. So him and Iris aren't even married. The kids don't exist. It probably goes way back. He gets to have like a happy childhood.
No, watch. He'll find a way to save everything, his marriage and everything, but he'll still have
He'll do the Oliver. He'll F it up.
But he
loves making sweet, sweet love to the timeline.
But he'll still have the happy childhood. Ugh.
Yeah. He deserves it, though, to be fair. This Barry Allen specifically deserves it.
And so does JWS. Oh, yes, this Barry Allen. Yeah, not that movie one.
Yeah.
I was because every time we see a headline about Ezra, I'm like, man, you never hear nothing about Grant.
Nothing! He bought a puppy! He got married! He had a baby!
Exactly. Come on, Warners. This is I know he's the TV guy, but come on, this is the movie.
He can sing!
That's the movie star you need. Yeah, he does, every headline.
Do the Disney route. Make sure they can sing and dance.
Every headline is just, he's still living in, wedded bliss. Come on. That's the guy.
Him and Melissa, have an ice cream cone together. Like, how is usually TV actors, no shade, are like the worst, and movie actors just kind of mind their business.
Yeah,
but it's been quite the opposite for Warner Brothers.
Exactly. It's like, unless he's really high.
I mean, Steven didn't start his shenanigans until after his show was canceled, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, unless he's
I mean, he decided to not come back for more seasons.
Unless he's hiding something, Grant just seems to be a great human being, so.
Yeah, so most of the characters, most of the actors,
Yeah.
We had that one hiccup.
Well, we stretched him right out the door.
Honestly, any excuse is better than none. Anywho, let's jump into these origin stories. I like these origin. I always love the origin files. Like, I love them more than like the encyclopedias.
Yes.
And stuff. They're just fun.
So yeah, because the original plan was JLA Secret Origins #1. So I figured, hey, why don't we do the JSA too? So
yeah, could always use some more JSA. See.
So let's start with the JSA, yes, because Secret Origins, Volume 2, number 31 from October 1988.
Ah, the good old days. Back when I didn't have to pay this.
Exactly. Hey man, I was 10 in the good old days. It's like, hey mom, dad, can I have money for comic book?
Exactly.
That was the golden age. They were $1. There was no tax on them, so you wanted 3 books, you just handed the people $3.
I took out the trash. Can I have my allowance now? Gotta go.
Exactly. The Secret Origin of the Justice Society of America. Writer Roy Thomas. Ooh, he does not edit himself. Writer Roy Thomas. Penciler Michael Baer.
We've established this. It is known now.
No, it's not him this time. No. Inker Bob Downs. Colors Carl Gafford. Letterer Gene Simic. And editor Mark Waid.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting artistic choice.
Mark Waid taking the reins, yeah.
It's like, no, this won't do. Somebody has to wrangle Roy.
Can't be the Wild West around here anymore.
That's an interesting artistic choice.
Do you think this is the 7 Soldiers of Victory?
Oh.
Do you think you're All-Star Squadron?
Because it was, bitches.
All right. So, during 1940, November 9th, 1940, Saturday, through at least
8 a.m.
through at least a week later, Hitler's Operation Sea Lion was pushed forward to late 1940. FDR's response was to direct MI5 agent Smith to try to contact one or more of the 8 mystery men described in a dossier. Smith.
They keep saying mystery men. It's triggering me, bro. That movie is a trigger.
I know. Is it Smythe or Smith? That's the Y.
Well, if you want to be British, darling, it's Smythe.
Smythe got Gotham City Police Commissioner Davis to contact Green Lantern. And the Flash spontaneously showed up at their meeting after hearing a rumor from a Keystone City, Pennsylvania cop. Wait, so Keystone's in Pennsylvania?
No, I reject that.
Keystone's in Pennsylvania?
Bull crap. Mark, you got some splaining to do, buddy.
Oh, hey. Don't be bad talking friend of the show, Mark Waid. Come on.
I know he's friend of the show, but he's like literally the encyclopedia of the Flash. How dare he let this travesty through? Putting it in Pennsylvania? Ew. Might as well put it in Jersey.
Mark Waid, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I was gonna. Oh, come on. It's better.
I was just kidding.
Better than a hive of scum and villainy, New Jersey.
And of course, hive and scum and villainy, South Florida. That's the Southern headquarters.
Exactly. So
that's what I was just saying. I was just teasing you because it was Pennsylvania.
I know. Smythe persuaded.
But I know that you live in Pittsburgh and not Philadelphia.
Yeah, Charlie Esser. Yeah, Charlie. God. I'm like, he was here. Doesn't he know where he was at?
More than once.
Exactly.
And I look as good as I do, no matter how old I am, and I date younger men.
I resemble that comment.
Oh, that's right. You do. All right. So, Smythe persuaded them to fly with him to Scotland to McMurdy Castle near Glasgow, which they did.
Scotland Yard? No, that's not Scotland Yard.
Wait a minute. What is this? Which they did Green Lantern style.
Whatever that means.
Oh.
Somebody got some wood.
Oh, jeez.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't muffin.
I was gonna say, wait, hold on. So,
In the butt is fine.
so Spirit Airlines.
Oh.
The castle. We're not getting them as sponsors. The castle was
Everybody knows Southwest is your best budget line. Dear Southwest sponsor.
Yeah, let's get her up here, Southwest.
That's what I use to fly to Pittsburgh all the time.
Yeah. Get her her hyperbaric chamber so she can get up here now, kids.
I'll have to drive if I ever get up there. I can't get
Oh,
on a
God.
plane anymore.
Oh,
I
God.
can't do
You
it.
driving from Florida to Pennsylvania? Oh, my God.
Hey, I drove from Kentucky to Florida. It was semi-fine. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Only Ricky knows that story.
Oh, my.
Shout out to Ricky Diaz of Primatech Files fame.
And you went to Kentucky?
No,
Never
when I
rubbed that
lived in
one in.
Kentucky, I drove from Kentucky to Florida.
An untold tale of little hellfire.
Maybe I'll tell it on the Patreon one of these days.
Oh! What was it, the strip club tour? Jeez, he's like, it's secret. The castle was Abworth Base, commanded by Major Streecher.
Dear DC, get it together with these names.
I know. Green Lantern and Flash burst in and made short work of Streecher's henchies, but he activated a giant robot, Dormord Machine, aka...
Was it a Doombot?
AKA...
Was it horny? Was it angry?
Whoa! AKA Lilith's Lilith...
Was it Red Tornado?
No, AKA the nickname Lilith uses on online dating apps, the Murder Machine. Which...
You know, because you choke the chicken so hard, it just pops.
Whoa! Whoa!
Choke that chicken! What? No, those two drops do not go together.
We know, Lilith.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
Which was so quick. Oh God, which was so quick and strong. Yeah, that checks out. That it outfought Green Lantern and the Flash, knocking them both out. In his windowless tower in Salem, Massachusetts.
Relatable.
Unlike Lilith's windowless tower in Florida, Dr. Fate observed this outcome in his crystal orb and flew forth to New York City to recruit Our Man.
It's always New York. Marvel DC, it's always New York.
To recruit one of those young men Lilith dates, Our Man, whom he found in...
Take a pill, let's go!
In the triumphant, whom he found...
Hey man, Viagra should ask DC to do some cross-promotional work. That's all I'm saying. You know, we were this close to getting an Our Man show back in the day. They decided to do The Flash.
Oh, jeez.
And Legends instead of, like, you know, they didn't want to do the old school stuff. Plus, I think Stargirl was technically in development too during that time. Took forever to get Stargirl there, but
it was...
Yeah, so that's probably why we didn't get an Our Man show, but we were close to getting one.
Yeah, but they were afraid of false advertising because it's the CW, so he'd only be the 42-minute man.
If you're lucky. Sometimes a lot of commercials, it'd only be like 40 minutes and like 20 seconds.
I thought you were talking about your personal life. You're like, man, you're lucky you're 40 minutes on it. Some of these.
No, that's why you date younger men.
Oh, my.
I don't know whether to be excited or horny or both. They're not bogged down by society of life yet. No stress, you know what I'm saying?
All endurance, no brains. That's how Lilith loves them.
Yep. Like the army.
Until they started talking about Superman and the Hulk.
You know, I just literally had to put it in my profile. It's like, if you like the Hulk and think he can beat Superman, please scroll. Swipe left. Swipe left.
Why don't I just get a picture of you in the middle with the man? It's just like, shh, no, baby, shut up.
You know what? I'm going to change my profile to that.
You're not here to talk.
Shh. Don't think. Don't hurt yourself.
You're just here for the muscle and the meat, okay?
Ah, classic drop.
Oh, yeah. Old school Lilith Hellfire drop. Yes.
I need some muscle and some meat. Which explains why I don't like the current state of CW show.
Hey-oh.
Oh, what a waste of butter. It's just a straight clam fest. No thanks.
Hey-oh. Yeah, so he finds Our Man, whom he found in the triumphant moment of having trashed a gang of hoodlums. Fate knew
Just in the nick of time, too. That hour was almost up.
Exactly. Fate knew... That's what Lil says. Fate knew Our Man's secret idea already. He cast a mystic whammy, and the very skeptical and belligerent Our Man was suddenly flying along in his wake, destination unknown. By the
To the
time
dungeon. we ain't gonna get into it with Dr. Fate, but he's a sketchy guy, bro.
Lexi hangs out in a dungeon.
Never takes his helmet off. He's got a cape. Never trust a guy in a cape. Just
Oh
saying.
my. So
No, wait, think about it. Besides Storm, who in Marvel is actually a good guy that has a cape? And technically, it's not even really a cape for Storm.
that's true. Well, yeah, there are not a lot of capes in Marvel.
Doctor Strange is sketchy, so you can't say him.
Thor.
Sketchy.
You're right. So by this time, it must have been around Sunday, November 10th, 1940, Europe time. Alan Scott.
Sweetie, there's a couple of, I hate to break it to you, there's a couple of time zones in Europe.
I know, but that's what it says. That's what it says.
I guess they didn't have Wikipedia back then, it's fine.
Alan Scott and Jay Garrick, drugged half senseless, had been moved from Glasgow to Berlin. There Hitler was having a big rally in the city square celebrating their impending executions to be accomplished with the Spear of Destiny itself.
Ah, the Spear of Destiny, we're back to that.
Yeah, again, remember?
Suck it, Constantine movie.
Well, I was gonna remember what we did Last Days of the Justice Society.
Oh, yeah.
Hitler compensating for something. Yeah.
Loss of his spear, yeah.
Hey-oh. Suddenly, Green Lantern's ring, which was not yet out of charge, blazed up.
All that willpower, no place to put it. Hell.
That's what Lil's like. Hey, man, yeah, last minute, man, gotta blaze up. Plus, some atmospheric fireworks happened, and two superheroes in bright yellow capes showed up to interrupt the party. Dr. Fate and Our Man. Our Man was not out of charge.
Talk about your dynamic duo.
Oh, listen to this. Our Man was not out of charge, that's for sure.
He's like, hey, Alan, I can teach you a thing or two about stamina.
Oh, my. And again, this is you out. There was a quick, violent rescue. But before the good guys could get any traction, Hitler did some magical hoodoo with the spear, and so wrote this and summoned forth from the stormy skies the Valkyries. 5 of them. Green Lantern tried to use his ring on Hitler, who simply deflected the whammy with the Spear of Destiny. Then Dr. Fate confronted Gudra in midair, and she swatted him away with her spear, which was another one's horse swatting the Flash with its wing. But GL caught him. The Valkyries wheeled and flew west towards England, and Hitler ordered his navy to be put to sea. Green Lantern and Our Man each engaging one of the flying horsewomen, while Fate returned to the fray, first sending 4 comet-looking magic whammies to America in search of reinforcements. In New York City, it was night, and 2 weird flying lights veered in, one to land on the Sandman, who had just finished wrapping up a kidnap gang, and one to intercept Hawkman, who was mulling over the prospect of equipping his girlfriend with nth metal accoutrements.
Not nth metal, no, I'm still traumatized from the last time they used nth metal recently. I'm still traumatized.
Wait, so he was pondering his girlfriend strapping on some nth metal?
Talk about pushing to the limit.
Hey-oh! That's right, kids. It was International Women's Day.
International Check Your Prostate Day, more like it.
Hey-oh!
Gotta stay classy.
Which he would only get around to doing 1 year later.
That didn't escalate quickly.
I know. In Kelvin City, the atom was likewise scooped up in a man-sized gold bubble. All 3 heard the voice of Dr. Fate briefing them on the situation in Europe. And Fate's 4th probe soon found the Spectre hovering near the moon. But first, the 3 masked Americans arrived at Dover, where it was also night, and a very large number of German Marines and aircraft were attacking a British defensive position. Sandman and the Atom pitched in on the ground, fighting, and Hawkman attacked the bombers with a swordy-looking chopping weapon of some kind. Great script.
How pleasantly vague?
I believe that's what we call an axe. They were making about as much difference as you'd expect until suddenly the Spectre loomed onto the scene.
Uh-oh, y'all in trouble now. It's your boy.
Hitler ordered...
That man is trouble.
Talk about sketchy in a cape.
Oh, yeah. And he's wearing green, buddy. No good is going to come of that.
No. Hitler ordered Professor Staffen to launch his experimental aircraft, a long-range 2-engine bomber, seemingly a souped-up Do-217, to obliterate the American capital. Dr. Fate showed this scene in...
Hey, remember back in the day when you were a kid and you actually knew what all the vehicles and planes were for some reason? Was it just me?
G.I. Joe.
Like all the dump trucks and stuff, like you just knew what they were when you were a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's so weird, and then you just forget about it.
I know.
It's weird. Can I get an F in the chat if you can relate, please? F in the chat if you can relate.
To obliterate the American capital, Dr. Fate showed the scene in Berlin to his costume allies still in combat at Dover, off the coast of which the 100-foot-tall Spectre was annihilating the German invasion fleet with gusto.
So he was a fancy man.
Yes. Then shrinking.
That's code for he was a fancy man.
Then shrinking down the human scale, he conferred with Hawkman, Atom, and Sandman. Meanwhile,
you're like, do it again, bro.
Hail.
He's like, I have a refraction period. Calm down.
Hail. Meanwhile, 15 minutes. I'll be fine.
So get that boy a glass of hard water.
Oh, my. Meanwhile, in Berlin, the Valkyries had vanished and reappeared at whatever airfield this Staffen bomber is taking off from, so Dr. Fate adjourned his group to Dover, where they all had a confab. Their task was obvious. The bomber must be stopped. With Green Lantern conveying the non-flyers, they quickly found the bomber, now escorted by the 5 Valkyries, and Hawkman led the attack, closely followed by Dr. Fate. The Valkyries intercepted Hawkman and Dr. Fate, while Green Lantern hung back with 4 passengers on his hovering green platform. Suddenly, the clouds ahead parted and Washington, D.C. was visible. Hitler has used the Spear of Destiny to distort time and space in his favor. Worse yet, Gudra's remarks began to affect the morale of Hawkman himself, but Dr. Fate's remarks rallied the spirits of the costume heroes, especially Green Lantern, I'm guessing they were meant to say, but they put Green Scots.
Great Scott!
And he flared up a power ring whammy that destroyed the Nazi bomber. Alas, he himself was a bit too close to it at that moment, and the onboard bombs all detonated, causing a concussion that knocked him unconscious. What was that plane made out of? Wood?
Might have been. I'm just saying, man. I'm telling you, 1940s propaganda just don't hit like 2022's propaganda. It's just something like where the whole industry just gets in on it and everybody goes to war.
That's right.
They just don't do that anymore.
That's right. Buy war bonds and eat snacky smalls.
Yeah, exactly. And ladies, no nylons.
Hey-oh.
Oh, the stories my grandma told me.
Oh, my. Flash.
Talk about rustling up some feedback.
Hey-oh. Was she doing her part for the war effort?
You gotta rub that one in.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's like, I guess that's why it's like, you know, it's okay to not wear nylons anymore. Back in the day, that's very scandalous.
Oh, my.
Kind of like Supergirl in her tights. That's what it reminded me. I think that's why it rubs me the wrong way so bad. Because this isn't the 30s. We don't have to wear tights and nylons anymore.
You gotta rub that one in.
Bare...
Or out. No judgment.
Hell. Bare legs, kids.
It's not just for boys.
Stabby Babs.
Hey-oh.
Case in point.
Sandman, Flash, Sandman, Hourman, and the Atom were fortunate, or more likely were guided by fate, to land uninjured.
Hey, don't you think Hourman and Sandman should have been like a couple?
Oh my!
Oh, Mr. Sandman. Just say it.
And Atom was on the White House lawn. Suddenly, 4 of the 5 Valkyries vanished, their mission having failed, but not before Gudra flew out of the fight westbound quicker than even the Spectre could track her trajectory. Well, that's a little note. How fast is that? Soon Gudra had dismounted and entered the White House and was stalking FDR. The Atom was stalking...
Take a drink every time they say FDR.
Yes.
R.I.P. to your liver.
And then meanwhile, the Atom was stalking her on a hunch, but he arrived at the Lincoln bedroom in the nick of time to keep Gudra from spearing FDR.
Somebody's muffin was going to get buttered, but that ain't my business.
In the Lincoln bedroom.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Someone's muffin's getting buttered in the Lincoln bedroom, and that ain't my business.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
By taking her point... He keeps her from spearing FDR by taking her point in his own back.
Try to donkey punch me now. Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Oh my god.
In the butt is fine.
It's kind of disturbing how relevant those drops are. A little too disturbing for me to... I can't unpack that right now.
In the butt is fine.
Or so it seemed to both of them. She then used the same magicked up spear to slay Roosevelt. Our man and Dr. Fate rushed into the room too late. Fate, whammied by some special effects, and knocked Gudra across the room, and she turned to flee, while also fading into nothingness. Our man checked out the Atom, who was incredulous at finding himself alive. Sandman and Flash check FDR, who was quite dead. The Spectre and Dr. Fate were both stymied now, and yet the Spectre must try. And so the Spectre went to that twilight land where mortal men may only tread but once. And he pierced the veil, and so on and so forth, until he found the spirit of FDR marching towards the blinding light. And Spectre...
he wasn't ever going to be marching towards the blinding light, but, it's fine.
Oh my.
It's fiction. It's fine.
Exactly. Propaganda, Lilith. And the Spectre had
I know.
And the Spectre had a spirited discussion with the Voice, with defiance and bravery and sacrifice and tears and stuff, and the Voice relented and allowed Roosevelt to return to Earth alive. Suddenly, it's a few minutes earlier, and they're back in the Oval Office, and FDR is lighting a cigarette.
As you do.
And all, after it's all done, you light a cigarette, right, Lilith?
Exactly.
And they're and all present have somewhat muddled memories of these last few moments. FDR hopes this group will stay together. Sandman and Our Man think that's not so feasible. Flash thinks it's at least worth discussing over dinner. Oh, hey, all the Flashes know the power of a good meal. Come on, get your women, get your friends. Hawkman thinks they'd make a special super battalion, but the Spectre states that they're not part of any army, but fight only for justice. Hence, they should
Unlimited! Get some!
They should be called the Justice Society of America.
And no place else.
That's right. America. All right, so what you think, Love?
No, this one's good. Mm-hmm. I like this one. It's a little propagandy, full of a lot of propaganda, but what are you going to do?
Well, again,
literally.
Well, again, and that's kind of what they did in the 40s,
Exactly. But yeah, take a drink every time they say, FDR, you are going to be, future Lilith, you are going to be so drunk.
So drunk. But how funny is that? I could just see Wade sitting there going, more propaganda. Because this is a 40s story.
I want to send this to Ray. Hold on.
Oh my. Why?
I just found something. It's kind of hilarious.
Did you find the Batman sex doll? What?
No.
Cool. Oh, cool man costume. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, who is that?
I was looking for a Stargirl costume.
Oh my. Halloween episode.
Exactly. It's never too early to start planning for Halloween. We're only 4 months away at this point.
That's right. Oh man, you could be Stargirl. I'll dress like
Batman. My favorite character.
Come on, make it a whole thing.
Okay.
He could be Dr. Midnight or whoever he likes on that show.
Oh yes. No, he said him and Finn have been trying to start getting the Flash. So.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. I mean comics, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell them to stop watching after season 3. It's fine. Nothing happens.
But now they finally got that DC Universe Finite app down there in Australia. So.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, congratulations! So happy for you, bud.
Finally, just showed up this past week. Yeah.
It's only been 5 years?
Well, they were promising. Well, it's only a year late. I think they were promising it last spring.
I'm just saying, though, how long have we had it?
Forever. I know. We had it when the TV shows were on there. All right, so that was the JSA origin. Do we want to get to how the JLA got together? All right, kids. So JLA, Secret Files, and Origins. Here, some background for you before the crossover next week. September 1997.
Oh.
Got a bunch.
Little Lilith being a cheerleader doing homework.
We got a bunch
Still
of.
not paying bills.
Oh my. Oh, that's right, kids. Hard as it was to believe, Lilith Hellfire was a cheerleader.
Cheer-leader.
Talk about not wearing nylons. Hey-oh.
Oh, shout out to cheerleaders who actually do that. Mostly they're just dance teams. No shade, no tea. No shade, no tea.
All right. That's right, kids. Oh my God, we could say we all went back in time. You could dress like a cheerleader for Halloween.
Never again. Never.
Oh my. Please, only if it's me. You have to have pictures of that or something. I have to see a picture of you with like there was still light in your eyes. Come on.
Oh, there's never been light in my eyes.
Oh, okay. All right.
I wanted a varsity letter freshman year, and what happened.
Whoa! Yada yada yada.
Yeah. It's like, what sport's going to be the easiest way to do that? Yes, cheerleading.
I went into high school. Yada yada yada. Came out with a letterman. With a letter.
Yeah. My varsity jacket's still got all my pens on it. So.
Oh, you still have it? Oh,
of course, I have everything. I'm a pack rat. Low key, I'm a pack rat.
Acted like she's too good for cheerleading anymore. She still has the jacket. Come on.
Well, it's not just cheerleading. There was volleyball. There was track, which I actually did better in than cheerleading. But yeah.
Listen to her doing her training in high school.
Exactly.
Do her vigilante training. All right, there's a few stories in here, but the main one, Starseed Hail.
No. No comment.
And again, it's like a prequel. Okay, this is weird because it sets up for the JLA, which we're going to do next week. Although there was also
a rebootquel.
Well, I guess this was Grant Morrison's because he was the one writing JLA. But Will and I just covered Midsummer's Nightmare, which
I saw that.
So that was kind of a prequel too by Mark Waid and Fabian Nicieza.
I always forget Fabian has treaded on the dark side of DC. Mm-hmm. He's just such a Marvel guy,
I know.
To me.
But this one, Starseed writers Mark Waid and Mark Millar. Is it Miller or Millar?
I always go fancy, go Millar because it's AR. So
yeah, Mark Millar, penciler Howard Porter. So yeah, you're getting your JLA team on. Although I think this came out after.
This is like top notch too.
Yeah, well, I think this came out after the first four. So they're like, here's how they go together. Inker John Dell, colorist John Calise, letterer Ken Lopez, and 4 editors: Casey Carlson, Frank Barrios, Peter Tomasi, and Dan Raspler.
I know at least 3 of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Peter Tomasi.
Mm-hmm. Oh God! Okay, after this story, we're gonna have to get when the JLA meets the new Superman. Electric.
Hey man, you pick them. I just show up and look pretty, man.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'm not showing my boobs though. Sorry.
Whoa!
I'll eat pizza, but I won't show my boobs. Hashtag if you know, you know.
Charlie did it for that Letterman's jacket.
Yeah, cheerleading is pretty interesting.
Interesting. Okay. The JLA must find a way to combat Starro the Conqueror. Yes, that's right.
Again.
Remember when
Starro was a classic, man.
He was a fancy man back in the day, man. You had to throw in that the Conqueror.
Exactly. You better put some respect on that name.
The Spectre warns them that they are destined to fail, and any interference with Starro's plans would actually enable the alien to conquer the universe.
Yada, yada, yada. We're doing it anyway.
Nah. The JLA asked the Spectre to remove their... Because Batman's like, I'm going in. And they're like, you're not going to stop him? And he's like, no, we don't have no powers. But I'm like, still, wouldn't you try to stop him? Because, again, we know that Maniac has plans in his head to take down all the Justice League. So, I mean, you would still think you won't want Starro to get that knowledge.
Exactly. But, convenient plot point is...
Again, yeah.
Everybody's got to be stupid for a moment.
Plot device, so we can all go in... all of them going with no powers. Although it's, again, this is taking place in Blue Valley, so Flash is already there under Starro's control.
Blue Valley's the place to be.
So the rest of the JLA have the Spectre remove their powers and prevent Starro from taking advantage of them. Hail. And they succeed in preventing the aliens take over the planet. Satisfied that the future is safe in the hands of the new Justice League, Spectre returns their powers. I love how, was it Kal Rayner says, oh no, we have no powers anymore. It's like, the Spectre took him away. You can give him back. It's all magic.
Boo, magic.
But, yeah, I mean, again, it was a short story. It wasn't a full story. And, it was retroactively, here's how the JLA got together.
Oh, crap. It's getting ready to rain. I gotta let the dogs in. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll, her children, kids. All right, so this one was interesting because you get your old buddy Starro, movie star now. But yeah, it takes over the whole town of Blue Valley, Nebraska. Again, like me and Lilith were saying, hey, now they're flyover states, but he's trying to take over the Midwest, and this is where Flash, Wally West grew up, so he's the first one they call in, and he gets taken down by Starro. But that is, it's a cool scene. Sorry, Ray, like you'll ever hear this, but the JLA go in depowered, and Batman's like, you're on my turf now.
JLA are heroes even without powers, though.
I love how Superman's like, he's like, walk with some confidence, pretend we, let him think we still have powers, and Batman's like, oh, so my territory, okay.
I mean, we're being honest.
But I just love that scene where Batman and Flash take out, everything, and he's like, hit that, and Flash is like, okay, done and done. You just see him streaking across the room, smashing stuff.
Smash it.
Smash it at super speed, love.
Smash it. That's nothing to brag about.
Hey-oh. But no, I thought it was decent. Even though it was like retcon, it's like, oh, hey, how'd they get together?
It's always Starro, bro. Always.
But again, like Hal Rayner just like, oh, we don't have any more powers. And it's like, yeah, the Spectre can give them back.
Because he's the only one that needs it.
It's magic. I know, like, why did we have to take Hal Rayner's powers away? Why didn't he just take off that ring and leave it behind?
Because he's a whiny bitch.
Oh.
Even if you're the biggest Kyle Rayner fan, you have to admit, he's a little bit whiny, and he deserves the backhand every time.
Well, back in the day, yeah, because they're like, oh, he's the
No,
new
White
guy.
Lantern Kyle Rayner? Awesome.
Yeah. Again,
I can't stress that enough.
The first couple years, they really hit you over the head with, oh, he's the new guy.
Too bad. I mean, there's worse, Guy Gardner.
Yes. And again, I mean, we'll discuss this more next week, but it's like, I always feel bad for like Grant Morrison. Well, anybody who writes Justice League, because it's like you have to deal with everyone's monthly book. Because again,
it doesn't matter. Though,
I know, but like next week we'll get to the first 4 issues of JLA. We get regular Superman. Issue 5, it's like, oh hey, Electric Superman shows up because we did that in his books. I know.
Like we could have just pretended like that never happened.
That's kind of what they did, because what was it, like issue 20 or 21 when he goes back to normal, he literally just like flies in and is like, oh yeah, hey, that's a long story, but I'm back to normal, and it's, you just get the little editor's
I'd have
note.
been like, sure you are.
Check out Superman Forever.
We'll be like, we'd rather work with Bizarro, so could you just
Superman Forever, when they put him back to normal, I remember the exact date that came out too, April 1st.
Traumatizing. Yes, and on your birthday. That's a hell of a present.
Well, when they set him back to normal, I'm like, yes. I mean, the Electric Superman thing was all right, but maybe like 2 months, 3 months, not a year. Come on.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been red, blue.
They got there eventually, man.
Man, he's never been honestly, since Death of Superman's never been the same.
Because they tried to milk it for him for events like almost every year. Yeah,
it was bad. I still didn't stop my love for him until New 52, though. New 52 literally killed my love for Superman.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
will never forgive Convergence for being that part of the Superman mythos that I like. I will never, and the reason why he is like actually has his wife and kid, like I will never forgive it.
I know. Yeah, no, I don't remember being as excited for Superman since before New 52. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, look. I mean, they messed him up so bad.
I'm actually excited for his son, though. I wish they wouldn't have been so gimmicky with him being the way he is now, but I like that though.
I know.
This is a Superboy I can get behind. Hell,
Bendis had to rub his Bendis over it. Oh yeah. But even like before New 52, I mean, we never even finished that walk across America Superman was doing. Come on.
It's never too late.
Just forgot that out. Was that JMS? And then I guess he was gone and no one bothered to finish that story.
Oh man, we always talk crap on modern comics, but man.
Or even like Countdown, when like Jimmy Olsen learned Clark's identity. They're like, yeah, let's forget that ever happened. Jimmy never forgot. We'll just never mention it again. Well, then he finds out again in New 52, and then of course we all know what happened in New 52.
Yeah, they gave him the old Schneider treatment.
Pull it to the head. Yeah, because one of the other stories in here is, Superman comes in and is like, oh, the JLA better retest me because I got the whole new power set now.
Yeah. They did some weird stuff, but
Yeah. Again,
It's like, bro, I'm a kid. I don't care. They're superheroes. It's not real. We don't have to do this.
I mean, I get trying to be fresh, but they basically, that when he made him electric, they basically turned Superman into like every other 90s.
White Lightning?
Every other 90s. Again, there was one team up issue with the Ray. It's like, you're basically the same guy now. I mean, the only interesting thing I thought was like, when he turned off his powers, he was completely mortal.
Gotta make room for Lois.
Hell.
There's always room for Lois. Lois.
I'm surprised at that point they didn't give them a kid. It's just like, oh, hey, yeah, man, he's,
They were so dead set against them getting married and having kids, though. They fought that tooth and effing nail. And it's like evolution. Natural progression.
I know. But I mean...
and Jay can do it.
Exactly. And that would make more sense. It's like, oh, yeah, man, he didn't have to worry about,
He wants her to keep living in sin? Really? A kid that grew up in Kansas is with morals like Mom and Pa can't? Really? You're gonna keep letting Lois live in sin? Okay.
Exactly. Well, they were married by the time he got electric powers, but yeah, they weren't doing kids. They weren't doing kids, Oh yeah, and then we get that Martian Manhunter story.
Not a fan, to be honest.
The one point
that one was way too weird for me.
I know. The one part I did like about that though is they're like, super. I don't know. A lot of the world, Superman spends a lot of time in America. He's like, in some parts of the world, I'm more well known than Superman just because I show up.
Ooh, burn.
I know. Yeah. I know.
Burn. To be fair, though, he can shapeshift and be whatever he wants, so that makes it a lot easier for him.
And I know,
plus, Superman is truth, justice in the American way. So,
well, I thought he gave that up, but yeah,
he never gave it up. Let's be honest.
Ew. Poor Lois. But no, I know you're not reading the most recent Action Comics run, but they were doing.
Got better?
Well, it's about the same, but no, like they were doing different backups. In the last couple issues, they've been doing a Martian Manhunter backup, but that's been pretty decent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll track down just the backups, no problem.
It's so weird because the regular story, I'm like, it's okay, but then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, another Martian Manhunter.
I miss when he had his own book, but they shoved it just like the Cyborg book. They didn't let it stand on its own, and there were like a cameo every other freaking issue. It's so annoying.
I mean, he needs somebody to play off with, either the Justice League or if they do his own book.
Like, I'm cool with them doing the old school like Nightwing thing where he's a cop by day and superhero by night. That's cool for me.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If they do a solo book, they need to like give him like a good supporting cast to play off of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cop thing would work.
And just make sure he looks like Phil and Lamar in his human guys. As an ode to what makes Martian Manhunter so great.
Seriously, if you make his secret identity a black guy now, it's like you can deal with issues of race and stuff. And yeah, I mean, come on, somebody.
Just no tea, no shade. Keep Tony Isadora away from it. Thank you. Please and thank you.
Oh, Isabella, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you bring in one of these newer guys,
You know who we should get. I'll pitch it to you. I'll tag him on Twitter.
Who?
Oh, he was just recently over on the main Capes.
Oh yeah, Anthony, yeah. Oh, I thought you.
I'm like, how do you feel about Martian Manhunter? I have a pitch for you.
That would be a good pick. You know who I thought you were about to say?
Get David Walker on the phone.
But he's so busy with Bitterroot.
I know.
Listen, we're trying to make Bitterroot movie happen. I need him laser focused.
Yeah, that's the only problem. He's too busy with his own stuff. I mean, good for him, but yeah.
Yeah, like I Bitterroot, I need that laser focus from him right now. Once that's going, then we can talk other stories.
Exactly.
Because I can be like, hey man, I got an idea for Naomi. You can use it. Feel free. It's free.
I mean, back in the day, I would have said, give it to Dwayne McDuffie or something,
Yeah, F in the chat. Seriously, on the
yeah.
And it's so weird because they're bringing back the whole Milestone. It's not just Dakota. They're actually filling out the world. I'm so excited for the return of Milestone. And it's like such a shame. And that's why I kind of had brought up with DG the last time that we talked on Chichester Test. Like, how would you feel about editorial? Because I really feel like they need some of that old school blood there just to keep it in the vein of what he would want, because he's so familiar. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's another... Oh, yeah. Is any of that new Milestone stuff out yet? That's another thing.
Not yet. I think it's like this month it's coming, though, right? Okay. Or was it May? I think it's going to be May. Milestone May, I think.
Oh, maybe.
supposed to be.
Because, I wasn't big into it back in the day, but I want to give it a try just because,
Yeah, it's not just static, man. That whole world is really cool. And I'm glad that they're just actually getting out of just Dakota. Like, it's going to be a whole big world to explore. Although they should have done it for February.
Yeah, no, I mean...
DC's running behind on everything, so...
Yeah, I've never been a big static fan, but, like, Icon and stuff, I want to check that stuff out, yeah.
Yeah. How can you have been living in the 90s and not been a static fan, Phil? I'm so disappointed.
Like I said,
and it was tied technically to the Bruce Timm stuff, too. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I know. But
I will say this actual static book itself, it's a little, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a little divisive, but the cartoon itself, with that theme song, oh my god!
I was going to say, were you talking about the 90s book? Static?
Yeah, the 90s book was a little divisive, and I can kind of understand.
I never tried it. I mean, I probably like it more, but no, like that late 90s stuff, like I swear I had to look for that. I mean, I swear it
was really hard to find.
They move that stuff around all the time.
Yeah. Well, I lived in a bigger city than you, so for me it's a little easier. And that's the thing about like comic books in the 90s. If you lived in like a smaller market,
That's like it was so weird because like that Fantastic Four and Iron Man cartoons they had in like the late 90s. Like, the only time I could find those, they would play them, like, early on a Sunday morning or something. I'm just like, what? Really?
I totally forgot about that. I remember the Fantastic Four stuff, but the Iron Man stuff, I only remember because Wu-Tang Clan, well, specifically, I think it is, it's probably RZA or somebody. They have that, like, as an intro of their song. You know, the I Am Iron Man. That's where everybody gets that from. Yeah. It's the only time I really remembered that was actually a thing.
Yeah, but some of that late 90s animation, if I didn't record it, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
It was all over the place.
So weird.
I guess syndication, maybe they just...
If it wasn't Spider-Man, it just was... Look, listen, when it comes to Marvel, it ain't Spider-Man, it ain't popping. Stop trying to make it happen. Or X-Men.
Yeah, I was going to say, after X-Men and Spider-Man, then there was all over the place.
I'm still sad that Silver Surfer never took off the way that it should have.
Oh, I know.
It's never too late, Marvel.
Again,
Open up that animation vault!
Again, how did he put it? I don't know if you saw the group chat this morning with some of our collective friends, but because Noel was saying he loved that Scarlet Spider episode me, Ray, and Dave did about the Silver Surfer episode.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just a reminder that the Surfer is kind of one of Marvel's most obscure famous characters.
No, it's so true.
I know.
So true. They're trying to bring him back now, so that's interesting. Because all things 90s, of course.
Well, yeah, every so often, they try to do something with the Surfer.
If we're never going to get Fantastic Four in the MCU, we'll probably get Silver Surfer.
I mean, because again, yeah, for the people who know, he's a popular character, yeah. All right, before we go, not to bring up too sore of a subject, but you didn't happen to read the last part of War for Earth 3, did you?
No.
Okay, I mean...
Tell me about it, though, Phil.
I mean, the Titans...
You're my Phil me in. Fill me in, Phil. And now it's super connectivity.
I know. But, I mean, basically, the Titans are there, but they're basically like window dressing. I mean, I don't know how...
Did we win, Phil? Did we win?
No, Amanda Waller won.
What? Well, that could be... okay, that tracks.
She basically walls off Earth 3. She throws Ultraman into the Phantom Zone.
What?
And Superboy's clone Match becomes basically her Superman leading her Justice League.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we got Match as Superman. We got Superwoman and Green Lantern from Earth 3 and Johnny Quick. Who was that with?
Oh, Johnny Quick, enough said. We already know what's going on there.
Match was making out. I guess he has a thing now with, was that Nocturna? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder what they're going to do with that world now.
Oh, yeah, they got Earth 3 Black Canary on there, too.
Ah, what a bummer.
And I guess their version of the Demon. Etrigan.
Does it seem like they're going to continue this somewhere, or is this just done?
I mean, I'm assuming maybe Dark Crisis, because, Amanda Waller keeps talking about some, like, big threat coming. That's why she, like, basically...
Psycho Pirate, watch your back.
I guess it's basically why she hauled ass to Earth 3 and walled it off from the rest of the multiverse.
Interesting.
Because the Titans...
I like Amanda Waller as a great character. You know, not too often in DC do we really have actual, like, great characters. I really view her as, like... I don't know, lawful neutral, to be honest. I don't think she's as bad as everybody makes her.
No.
She does what she thinks is right, even if it, to us it doesn't seem. But she has more information than we do, Because she basically kind of won because, some of the kids from the Teen Titans Academy showed up. So she's like, oh, you want me to release them? Basically the Titans had to go back to Earth,
their Earth, and then she figured out how to get one over on Rick Flag and the Suicide Squad. So
isn't it funny how we have a Titans Academy and a Strange Academy at the same time? Isn't that interesting how that works?
I believe Teen Titans Academy is getting canceled. So, but yeah. Aren't you saying the two companies copy each other from time to time?
No, never.
Ew.
Looking at you.
So what are you saying? Dr. Fate's going to get killed and his girlfriend's going to take over?
No. Because A, Dr. Fate doesn't have a girlfriend. He doesn't even have a boyfriend. He is the asexual icon that we all need.
Like you said, we need original Dr. Fate back.
Seriously, we really do.
I mean, come on. You really want to, copy that Doctor Strange, but, let's get Kent and Enzo back.
Ooh. Although Zatanna can take the helmet. I'm okay with that. We need to do something with Zatanna.
Hey-oh.
Hey-oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on. Either Zatanna's the new Dr. Fate. Oh, my God. Can you imagine if Constantine got that helmet?
They would never. Zatanna would whoop his ass. Give me that helmet, dumbass.
Hey-oh.
Hey-oh. Although I think it's a give and take in that relationship. If you know, you know.
Hey-oh. Oh, yes. It's International Women's Day every so often, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think we just got insight into Lilith Hellfire Saturday night. Give me that helmet, dumbass. And don't talk.
No, not the Iron Man helmet. That's $500. Put that down.
And don't talk.
But no, I thought that this issue was perfectly serviceable, I guess. I don't know. It's just something about, like, retconning stuff that it's just like, even if it's good, it's still in my heart. It's a retcon, and I hate retcons.
And I'm like, did Grant Morrison have to do his own prequel? Because we already had a Midsummer's Nightmare, so it's like,
well, A, you know how he is. B, let's milk a cash cow.
Oh, true.
Smoke the doobie.
Yeah, after the fact, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, we're doing Secret Files and Origins, yeah, because that was a thing in the late 90s.
I think I have them all.
I was going to say,
so bad.
I was going to say, I have a lot of them. I think I have the JLA ones, the Batman ones. I think I did some Superman ones. Maybe Green Lantern, Flash have them. Yeah. Yeah, I probably have a good bit of them, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fun. It's like, ooh, Secret Origins.
Ooh.
It's a secret. Nobody's going to know but me, even though they sold like 2 million copies.
I know we're probably going long, but did Wonder Woman ever get those Secret Files and Origins?
I want to say yes. She has at least one somewhere.
I was going to say, I thought the rest of the league did Aquaman.
He has fish. We don't care about him.
Oh, I was going to say, I know Flash and Green Lantern got him. Hey, well.
Yeah, see, they didn't really care about Aquaman, but I almost guarantee you they did.
Probably.
They had to do one for the big 7, you know. Editorial mandate, so. It's
the 90s, man. We're milking it left and right.
Especially with that hook hand, harpoon hand.
Oh!
Triggered! Now let me see him do that in an Aquaman movie.
What dumbass?
Honestly, I think they might be doing that in Aquaman too.
What dumbass gave him that hook hand? I still gotta find that drop.
You don't have it anymore?
I never got that. No, I got the episode. I just gotta pull the drop out of it. Hey. All right. Are we done here?
Yes, I think we're definitely done. Poor Phil. Post-birthday day. All day with me.
Hey-oh.
Me and my ADHD. Give the kids the homework.
Too many pyramids in high school, kids.
No, you never want to be the one on top.
Hey-oh! There's a drop. All right, kids. So, yes, next week, like we said, part 1 of the 2-part crossover with Sector 2814. So, both parts, me, Lilith, and Will be here to talk the first 4 issues of JLA between the 2 episodes. And then, in 2 weeks, we're back to the animated series in Blackest...
We're finally going to get some real action. The gang's all here.
In Blackest Night Part 1.
Out of what, 4? No, I'm kidding.
No, that one's only 2. Yeah.
They're all 2 from here.
Hey-oh. And then in May, yes, we'll be doing some All-Star Squadron. Issue 25, issue 26, and then the annual 2. That's, I forget what, is that one of the crossovers or something? It was on your list.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about why I put that on my list now. I guess I'll find out. I'll remember.
I was going to say it's...
I remember.
Oh, you do remember? Okay. So, yes, kids. So, that'll be your May. And then, of course, ended it with Blackest Night Part 2. So, But yeah, send your thoughts in for that crossover. Grant Morrison JLA. I know you got.
Sit back, relaxing.
I know you got. I know you probably have thoughts on it, Justin. Come on.
Well, that escalated quickly.
All right, so send your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Unlimited Justice on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Justice League, Justice Society fan group on Facebook. Once again, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Every episode gets a video, no matter what it is. The good, the bad, no matter what it is.
The good, the bad, the dumbassery.
Oh! All right, so. Oh, yeah, promote this one. Here, Lilith talk about her cheerleading days. You know, Ray will too. Finally get ready to tune in. All right.
It's Justice League. It's safe.
There's very minimal Batman references.
We do mostly JSA here. You're safe.
Exactly. It's your safe space. All right. And most importantly, please subscribe to the Patreon. Again, early access to creator interviews, Mr. DG Chichester every month.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time, and it will kill us.
It's killing Phil. Poor Phil.
I'm 20 years old.
My brain is melting.
It's been 84 years. Or pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/
Get your hard water here.
Oh, Capes and Lunatics. Put it here. All right. Lilith Hellfire. Put down those pom-poms and tell people where they can find you.
If you nerds are mad about anything that I said, find me on the interwebs at Lilith Hellfire on Twitter, at Lilith Hellfire69 on Instagram, and of course at Lilith Hellfire69 on the TikTok. Come on, I'm still waiting to get to 1,000 so I can go live. So that's a mouthful. I believe I literally am at 469 right now. So as much as I want to keep that number. Either do the 6 or do the 9. Yep, 469.
Oh God. She probably got rid of somebody just so you could have that number.
No, I just happened to look yesterday. I was like, no way.
Well, let's get the 569, kids.
Bigger is better. And of course, 666.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to have fun on a broom. Don't we all?
Hey-oh. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Crossover next episode.
Poor Will.
Will and Lilith. I'm stuck in the middle. So yes, next episode we'll cover parts 1 and 2, and then the next day on Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast, episode 62. We'll get issues 3 and 4. Oh, you're invited. You're invited in 7 weeks. All right, kids. Remember, get yourself some justice.
Unlimited.
And make sure they're dead at the end of the adventure. Good night.
You don't have to save them.
Hi, I'm Russell.
And I'm Justin.
And we're from the
Hold up. Listen up, you nerds. Tired of being a little goody two-shoes? Had enough of always talking about acts of courage and heroism? Well, you have come to the right place, I guess. Tomes of Evil is the comic book supervillain podcast, where every month we do a deep dive on a different comic book supervillain, as well as multiple sub-series on some of the most iconic foes of all time, including Darkseid, Doctor Doom, Scarecrow, and...
I'm named Hobgoblin, and you're right on time for your funeral.
I better be getting paid for this. So what are you guys waiting for? Bring on the bad guys.
Tomes of Evil, a comic book villain podcast.